Well, again, I think it starts with consistently being able to run it and stopping the run. And when you got to try and make it a one-dimensional game, and they did a nice job in the run game of running the ball, which makes it difficult. And some of the calls you got to make for yourselves. So, didn't consistently control the line of scrimmage offensively. Too many negative plays put us behind in the down and distance, which is very difficult to overcome against a good pass rushing team. I thought we settled down there defensively in the second half. The 3rd and 17 was a killer conversion in the first half there. But, guys fought hard, but we didn't win enough on the line of scrimmage. We still have everything sitting in front of us for the SEC East is concerned, and that's what we need to look forward to. So disappointed that we didn't get the win. They got a good football team. We knew that coming in. But just disappointed we didn't play the run a little better defensively and be more effective running the ball overall. And that's why I'll just leave it at that.
Well, what do you think of Murphy's game?
Again, I think we got to protect better. I thought we had too many free runners at the quarterback. They did a nice job of pressuring us. We had too many times he's got too many guys in his face. We got to give him more time. And again, I want to watch the film, but I felt like just my initial thoughts were too much pressure.
It seemed like he handled that as well as
I thought he handled it well. He bought some time with some off-rhythm plays, bought some time with that. But again, we got to protect him better than we did today.
Well, was that the case on the 3rd down play down there where it looked like you had the tight end coming across wide open, but he just...
Yeah, we had several that we felt like we were going to hit as far as some crossers. We had some guys open. We got to protect better, and that was disappointing.
Did LSU set the tone kind of right away, the run game? You feel that first series?
I thought they were effective running the ball, but we had our shots and we had opportunities to make stops, and we just got to be more consistent.
Coach, what was the biggest thing Jeremy Hill and the running attack did that was so difficult?
Well, we just got movement up front. Guys didn't get off blocks. There's going to be some situations when you play a team like that, like last week, and like some other teams will play later on in the year. You got to get off blocks and make tackles, and our guys knew that coming in, and we didn't do it enough tonight.
It seemed like you guys had trouble in the first half, but then you figured some of it out at halftime.
Just challenge the guys to get off blocks. When you're in a lot of those situations, you can't outnumber them every snap. You've got to whip blocks and you got to make tackles, and we didn't have enough of that happening.
And then on their last field goal drive, they seemed like they got you again. Do you know what happened?
We got misaligned on one. We were trying to overload pressure a tight inside, and we got caught in that. They ran to the split inside, and then they had the 2 passes that they did a nice job of. They saw us in a run pressure, and they got out of it and threw the ball outside.
When they're able to run like that, what does it do for Bentonberger?
Well, it creates a lot of middle field coverage, and he had some shots. And again, I thought he threw some nice balls. I thought we defended the ball well at times. So, again, we've got to do a better job stopping the run, getting off blocks, and playing ball. That's just the bottom line. You can call whatever defense you want to call. Kids got to get off the block and make a play, and our guys need to accept that.
Can you walk us through the running back situation? Was Matt hurt in the game?
Matt did get hurt in the game. We do not think it's serious. We're not sure how serious it is. He's going to be taken and looked at, and we wanted to get Kelvin some opportunities, and he did a nice job with his opportunities, and Mac Brown had some opportunities. So we'll move forward. I'll know more about Mac Monday. I don't know much now.
Well, LSU had been giving up 40 to 60 yards against SEC opponents. How concerned are you about an offense moving forward against other opposing offenses that can score points?
Well, again, I think that we moved the ball, but we gave up too many negative plays, and that's concerning. It's just the negative plays, we get behind that. We have a hard time sometimes converting in those situations. And we gave up more negative plays today than we have probably all season combined. We didn't create enough explosives down the field, and a lot of that was we couldn't get rid of the football. We're under duress as far as pressure is concerned. So there's no question it's a huge concern as we move forward.
Did Kelvin's performance today earn him a role, going forward?
Well, Kelvin had his best week of practice this past week. A lot of that has to do with practice and how you practice and prepare. And I thought he did a nice job. We still got to clean some things up in protection. And we run the ball, that's one thing, but we also have to block the right guy and be in protection and understand who to block. And a lot of those on passing situations and always on the offensive line.
Will, could you talk about Velez making the 2 big kicks and then the fake punt?
Frankie's been a guy that we just open competition. We play the best players, regardless of who they are, if they're a walk-on, whoever it is. And he kicked the best this past week in practice. We traveled him, I think, for the first time for an away game, and he went out and did a fantastic job. And the fake punt was something we felt like was there on the look based on what they had shown us. I felt like we needed to keep ball possession at that time.
Well, even though LSU's defense wasn't great statistically, do they have better athletes than
Yeah, they're just young. I mean, they're a young defense. We said it Monday. I mean, they're very athletic. They run extremely well. John Chavis does a great job. They're just young. They lost a lot of guys to the NFL last year, and they just takes time sometimes to mature.
Well, even on the last series after the fake punt, can you just kind of go through those 3 plays that you guys had down in the red zone, the run and then incomplete penalty in the last one?
As far as on our offense?
Yes, yeah.
Well, I mean, again, we got to stay on side. They've been edge rushing us pretty good there. DJ came out early twice on the last drive, and we just we got to get the ball out in those situations. We got to protect better. Again, we felt like we had some routes that were open. We just got to hit them.
What happened to Damian Jacobs?
His helmet was knocked off, and while he was on the pile, one of their players hit him in the head without a helmet on. So he had a laceration on his head.
Did you view that as intentional, or it seemed like
I don't know. It didn't look good to me.
Well, they seem to be running guys free a lot from the edge. Was that miscommunication or?
Well, we had a couple times they had some B-gap pressures, and we squeezed it. Again, we got to clean some things up with our backs and protection. I mean, we've got to do a better job there as far as scanning the back across the formation when they're bringing a full weak pressure.
I know Tyler's faced some adversity at this point, but this will be his first loss.
Sure.
He'll have to take.
Tyler's going to be fine. He's a mature young man. He's very intelligent, and he's handled everything beautifully, and he will continue to because of the type person he is.
Where do you stand right now at kicker and punter as far as the job?
Frankie Velez would be our kicker right now, and the punter job, I don't know. But, I mean, we had opportunities to pin them in field position, and we didn't do it. And Kyle had 2 opportunities, and he didn't do it. So we'll be, again, I'll open it up and think I'm seriously considered during the game of taking the red shirt off Johnny Towns.
Is Kyle hurt?
No,
Is it just mental for him?
he's not punting very well.
Couple final questions for Coach.
Were there any other injuries? You had Jacobs and
Jacobs came back, and that was it. Matt Jones was the only one that was out.
I mean Jones, yeah.
Matt Jones.
How did you think Roberson moved today in his first time back?
I thought he moved around well. We played him in the nickel only, but I thought he moved around well.
Coach, what was the biggest reason why, in your mind, Zach Mettenberger was effective today?
Well, I mean, I think he's a good player. He's been effective all year. He throws the ball well. He's got good velocity on the ball. He can make all the throws. He's going to throw the ball in tight coverage. He's got 2 very talented wideouts outside, in Beckham and Landry. Again, I think there's a lot of reason why he's been effective all season.
You said the message to the guys afterwards was you still have all the goals.
Still everything's sitting on the table as far as Atlanta's concerned, and need to take care of the SEC East. It's wide open, and it's all in our hands, and we can. We just need to go watch the tape and improve from, improve from this Saturday.
Does it get any easier moving forward, Coach? Missouri's unbeaten. They beat Georgia today.
Well, no, they got a good team. Last year, James Franklin was hurt all year. They had some offensive linemen out. They had Josie, the running back, was out, and they've been very good defensively. So no, we've got it. It's no different than any other year. It's very difficult, and we're under some tough circumstances. They are what they are. We're going to roll our sleeves up and go back to work and get better.
Will both their touchdown drives and pass interference calls on third down help deflating his
Well, the 50-50 ball. We're trying to make a play on the ball. We'll look at it.
Did you see some progress today from Tyler Murphy?
I mean, again, I don't always just look at the quarterback position. I look at the offensive line and the backs and the tight end and the receivers. And there's so many things around the quarterback that need to function well, and that's been the difference for that position this year. We have played better around the quarterback position. I don't think we protected well enough today.
Given that he was up against
Last question. We have some players available outside.
Setback at all for him. It seemed
No,
like
I thought he did the best he could do under some tough deals.
Coach, do you think 17 points would be enough against them?
I just want to win the game. We didn't win.